Hey, we're live. We're live, America. That's right. You know why? Because the tripod doesn't get... Woo! Do you see what's going on outside? If you're in 3/4 of this country, you know what's going on outside. Mm-hmm. Tripod don't give a fuck.
We're getting it done.
You don't quit at halftime here, motherfucker. Tripod is here. It is a tip 'em back Tuesday or a THC Tuesday, depending on where you are.
Testicle Tuesday, whatever you want.
Testicle Tuesday or a tits out Tuesday. Titty Tuesday. We've got them all. The redoubtable one who is about to crush his New York Knicks if they don't win this game. The Law Dog, MSU, with a big overtime win against Rutgers tonight. And the highly questioned one who, of course, is in all his glory because the evil empire is back. And yes, they're not evil, but people are upset. I get it. PTSD is a real thing.
It should be called the Easy Empire.
The Easy Empire, because Tom doesn't want to know why the Giants can't get spoon-fed things like this. I mean, I understand it. Why?
But basically, they are in a nursing home. They're literally in a nursing home with a gown on and just oatmeal.
Yep. Here's the number 5 defense. And here's the number 1 defense. Right. And here's oh wait, you know what? Let's put some snow on it too.
Right.
And then
that was oh, you guys have a lead?
Yeah.
Nobody can move the ball.
Nobody can move the ball. I mean, the field goals are going left and right. Although one field goal got blocked.
That
was a good play. This Taylor guy, they pulled up the street.
But it was still dumb of Peyton to try to kick that field goal.
After he didn't kick it early in the game.
I'll tell you what. You should be happy about this. You hate this motherfucker. He cost them this game.
Oh, he did.
He did.
Well, so did Stidham.
Stidham was going to cost them the game.
Fucking
what was that?
What was he doing?
What was he doing?
Chuck up.
Just eat the sandwich. Eat the sandwich.
Yeah.
I mean, like this is what.
New England had done nothing, and you're like, here, take the ball on my 5.
Yeah.
And then I will say,
by the way, the refs shouldn't have blown that whistle.
Agreed.
That should have been a touchdown.
Also, I didn't think it was a backwards pass.
I
thought it got tipped.
It went behind the ref. He pushed it behind. The ref was here. He went behind it. That's a lateral.
Right, but the QB was behind the ref.
No, yeah, but so if the ball
went to push it this way and it got hit.
Well, every angle they showed, it was behind the ref. It looks like a lateral. But the point is, they blew the ball. They blew the whistle, so they couldn't advance.
It was a stupid play.
It was a stupid play.
It's
called. Well, we know what he's doing. Say it with me, Lofi.
He's low.
But
I mean, the guy hadn't taken a
snap in 2 years. What did you expect, Joe Montana?
I said he was going to give up a pick 6. He basically did. That
counts.
Yeah. The only controversial play call or referee call I thought made. I didn't think May got that first down on that tush push.
They
showed overhead,
again.
It didn't look like
but the problem is that when there has to be enough evidence to overturn it, and there wasn't.
I saw it.
Of course you saw it. You see what you want to see. I saw a first down. Hey, May landed in the end zone. Okay, that spot was terrible. That's what I saw. But anyway, the point is, I'm joking. I'm talking about the 4th down call. I'm saying you see what you want to see. I see what I want to see. That was my point. The bottom line is this: the Seahawks and the Patriots are going to have a rematch of what was a classic 11 years ago. And again, there's still people crying about Marshawn Lynch. I get it.
Dumbest play call in the
history of Super Bowl. And again, it wasn't that; it was the pass. It was where it went. Yep. Like, you don't do that. And then here's the worst part about this, and no one talks about this. When the Patriots took the lead, they threw the ball from the 2-yard line. The difference was they ran a Z route, which was an in-out with Edelman, where Brady throws it away from the line of scrimmage, outside, and if Edelman doesn't catch it, nobody catches it.
And the play before, remember... I can't remember the receiver that caught it, but it was a pretty big miracle catch.
Oh, that was karma. That should
when he fell down.
Yeah, the ball bounces and lands. It was a David Tyree all over.
And I remember seeing Brady on the sideline going, "You got to be funny."
Is this going to happen again? Like I just destroyed the greatest secondary in the modern era, and I'm going to lose on that.
And they ran Marshawn on the first play.
The first play, yep. In fact, it was Dante Hightower who made the tackle that stopped it.
Yep.
And so again,
they said all season long. On, I don't know, 3rd and goal
he was not good.
He was awful.
He was 2 for 7 with 2 fumbles.
Yeah,
that was why Carroll.
From that down
distance, he was 2 for 7. He gained yardage, but he fumbled twice. And Carroll's like, you know what? They think we're going to run this ball, which they did. Yeah. So we're going to throw it. And again, it's not
just the wrong play.
It was the wrong play call.
Similar to in the Denver Patriot game. When he decides to go for it on 4th and 1,
kicking the field goal.
and even if he doesn't kick the field goal, to roll your guy out
on the short side of the field. I have never, Tom, that play right there, I have been saying this forever. If you're going to roll a guy out, it's got to be the wide side of the field. The short side of the field, you have, if the sideline acts as another defender, number one.
The defense is smart.
Yeah, which they are. They are. And it's like, and by the way, everybody and their mother knew the weather was coming. So why not take the points? And again,
go up 10-0.
And again, they could have worse. They tie it.
But I didn't hate it. I hated that play.
The call. And by the way, if you're going to do that, you don't do it with a backup quarterback.
No.
You do it with your starting quarterback.
Right. With Bo Nix,
who can move a little bit. But again, you don't roll out to the short side of the field because you give them another defender. Now, we talk about this in basketball all the time about using the backside.
I will say, I can't remember who I saw analyzing that play, but they said the reason they did that is they thought they were going to play man.
Yeah,
they switched. Had they played man, it would have worked. But as soon as he hiked the ball, they dropped into a zone, and then everybody just was able to cover that area.
Sure.
Because it was that tiny little area.
This is what I keep talking about, and we're going to get into that later. But the bottom line is that they change what the Patriots show you pre-snap is probably not what they're going to do. Yeah. That's why this is why Tom Brady was so invaluable, because he was the one quarterback who could figure out what you were going to do pre-snap, even though he knew people were going to change up coverage. Him and Peyton. Peyton was excellent at it. And Drew Brees, to a lesser extent, was good on it. So the point is that if your quarterback ain't one of those three, and no disrespect to Jared Stidham, he's not. Okay, right. You're not. Again, if you're going to do a rollout, wide side of the field, number one, because it's harder to cover. You have more options on the wide side of the field. He had nowhere to go with that ball. And then
I think like a pitch to the left side would.
Look, Milton Williams was on him.
Oh my God.
Within a second. There was two guys, and Milton was the first one, which now he can't even see. So now he's throwing to a guy diving, who, by the way, if he had caught it, he wouldn't have had the first down anyway. Yeah. It was like, so again, and Peyton, people said it, in that weather, because the second half, you couldn't do anything. You couldn't throw the ball. And this is the other problem. Who called that play?
Which one?
The one where Stidham threw the pick. There was no way that ball was getting there.
Yeah, like
the one where Gonzalez picked it off at the end of the game.
And it was just la-di-da throw.
It wasn't a la-di-da throw. The wind did that to it. He fired it. It didn't matter. The wind was doing this. Remember where the kicks were going? You couldn't throw in that weather.
But that might have been Stidham. So like maybe
somebody called that play.
Well, I mean, maybe you had that route there, but first of all, why are you going at Gonzalez?
Well, first
I know you beat him
once.
But once you beat him, you're not doing it again. You're not you got to be running like crossing patterns in that snow.
The only throws you could make in that situation are outs and quick ins. Anything beyond 15 yards is not happening. Because the second that ball goes up, the wind's going to take it, and it's never going to get to where its intended target is. Gonzalez practically stopped, and the ball hit him in the chest.
It's like a squib.
And everybody's like, what? And like he had to throw him. He didn't throw him. He threw it into that wind. How many of those throws? Drake May made one throw downfield in the second half. It was off a flea flicker, and it's a flat, low trajectory. The one to Hawkins, or the guy called Collins.
Yeah, that's right.
That off the flea flicker. And I'll tell you right now, Ramondre Stevenson does not get enough credit. First for the pitch, and then he turns around. He takes out the rusher, which allows him to make the throw. That was a great play right there. But that was the only throw that you could make, a low trajectory, flat, and out towards the sidelines. Drake May didn't try anything up. No way. It wasn't going to happen. And again, that speaks to coaching. Because the Patriots understood this, and clearly Mr. Know-It-All Sean Payton didn't.
Yeah, Payton had a rough game.
He got out-coached.
I mean, he got out-coached. We said he was one of the X Factors.
He got out-coached. Vrabel out-coached him. Look at Vrabel told me at halftime, he knew he was off, he was nervous. Run. Fucking run.
I don't think
6 first downs.
Vrabel didn't do anything genius. He
kept it simple.
Right. It was like we said.
Just run.
Both teams could win kicking field goals and not making mistakes. And one team did it.
The other team didn't. And again, this is the thing about why people are underestimating the Patriots. Denver Broncos are the number 2 rated defense in the league. They led the league in sacks. Okay. In the Patriots ran for 141 yards. Most of that after halftime, when Denver knew they couldn't. Ramonde had 71 yards.
How many did May have? 50
May had
yards?
65.
I thought so.
It was those two.
I mean,
it was basically those two.
They were just losing sight of him. I was
if you're going to play man coverage, this is what happens. Yeah. And this is the problem Seattle's going to find out because they play man coverage. Mm-hmm. Good luck.
You got to have some kind of spy, right?
You got to have a spy, and if you don't, this is the thing. They have the two tight ends, which didn't have a big play in this game, but they will in Santa Clara. But the thing is, Vrabel didn't overthink it. Mm-hmm. He kept it simple. The fact that Sean Payton changed that call. It was originally going to be a run. He changed it. He overthought it. He was going to run it first. Then he changed it to a pass. Well, thinking he was going to be man coverage.
They probably would have got their ass stoned anyway.
Probably.
I mean, you guys were through their line.
This is what's not. The Patriots' front four dominated that offensive line. Yeah. And that's supposed to be one of the best offensive line in football. Yeah. They dominated.
Because I was like, why the fuck wouldn't you run it? But when I watched the replay, it was like there was no O-line.
They destroyed them.
I mean, it was just
Barmore,
turn your head.
Barmore, who got a sack, and Milton Williams destroyed their interior line. Yeah, they destroyed them. And this is what's not getting talked about. But again, that was a snow game. 1 week ago, Chicago and the Rams played a game like this. It wasn't as bad, but it was bad. And look at what that score was. Mm-hmm. Okay, this was worse. Yeah. So points were going to bring a premium. That's why I'm laughing. The last 2 days, you know what I've been hearing? Oh, that Pats offense looks terrible. Really? Let's put the Seattle offense in that weather and tell me what.
I don't think anybody's.
Nobody's doing it in that weather. How can you tell? Oh, and you have a number 2 rated defense on top of it? What offense is lighting that team up in that stadium in that weather? Yeah. I'll wait.
Maybe Jackson Dart and the New York Giants. But other than that.
Maybe them in early October before the snow is hit. Maybe that. But don't worry, they'll find a way to blow it. They'll find a way to blow it. They'll find a way to blow it. I mean, but for the people that are saying, and again, we were going to hear this for 2 weeks. But for the people that are saying, well, if Bo Nix had played, they win. Really? Do you think Jacksonville is a better team than the Patriots? Either of them?
No.
Well, Jacksonville went in there with Bo Nix and kicked the shit out of them. So that doesn't fly. It doesn't pass the smell test.
But if you look at that game, I kind of agree with that, though. Because Jarrett Stidham lost that game with that stupid fucking play. Not to say Bo Nix couldn't have done some dumb shit.
Bo Nix has turnovers. Yeah. He had turnovers against you.
I know, but that one was just like egregious.
Yeah. Like that's a guy. But again, that's coaching. Why are you putting him in that position?
Well, you don't think he's gonna fucking throw the ball behind him when he's got a behemoth running at him.
Keywords. You don't think.
Just do it.
Maybe Sean Payton needed to think a little more. Maybe.
Well, he said he overthought.
Yeah.
Well, he overthought the fourth down.
I don't know.
He should have taken the points.
Look, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, when I see what Stidham did there, I'm just like...
He also threw a touchdown pass on the second.
That was nice.
And he threw a bomb. Yeah. He wasn't all bad. But once the Pats got a read on him and the weather changed, then it's like, all right, who can beat up who?
Right.
One team had 79 yards rushing. The other team had 141. That's who won the game. Yeah. So I'm not going to sit here, and again, I'm going to hear it for 2 weeks. I don't care. I like this. This is the position. We're better as underdogs anyway. I hope it's 7.5 by next week. And by the way, the NFC title game, this is here's the problem with this. Everybody knows. No, but what were we saying about the Rams defense for the past?
Yeah. I mean, that's
they're terrible. Yeah. They're terrible. Now this kid's getting credit for lighting up a defense he has seen 3 times this year. 3 times. And not by coincidence, the third game was his best. Mm-hmm. It was at home in ideal conditions. Oh, wow. Give him a medal. And by the way, if it wasn't for the muffed punt, we're playing the Rams. We're playing the Rams. Yeah. Because that touchdown is the difference in the game.
Well, to Seattle's credit, or to the Rams' credit, man, they tore up that Seattle defense, too.
I don't think...
The Rams, that's a good offense, though.
That's a great offense.
Pat's offense was ranked 7th.
Yeah, but you guys played a bunch of fucking nursing homes.
I'm still trying to figure out how
to be clear about
the Raiders. That's crazy.
That was week 1.
I was just joking.
In the Seattle Seahawks, the Seattle Seahawks in their 2 playoff wins have beaten, let me say this slowly for the slow people, the 17th ranked defense and the 20th ranked defense. Drake May, who was 23, went through number 5, number 1, and number 2.
Right.
And by the way,
turned the ball over 20 times.
He had 3 touchdown passes against the Houston Texans. He had 3 touchdown passes against the Houston Texans. Oh my God,
they had so many.
How many other quarterbacks threw 3 touchdowns against the Houston Texans this year? I'll say 0. Nobody. 0. He's the only one. He's one of one. So if he can throw 3 touchdowns against that defense in that weather, what can he do in Santa Clara in 2 weeks in perfect weather against Seattle's defense? Because no one's going to tell me with a straight face Seattle has a better defense than Houston. You could say they have a better offense, but they don't have a better defense.
They have a better offense than everybody who played them.
I mean, they're solid.
The Pats can literally. The Pats defense.
This is gonna be a good game.
The best defense in this playoffs is the Patriots.
It's gonna be a really good game.
The Patriots have given up. Are you ready for this? 26 points in 3 games.
But
in the playoffs,
best offense in the playoffs is Seattle.
No, I'd say it's the Patriots.
Probably the Rams.
The Patriots?
Yep, the Patriots or the Rams.
Offense,
or
yeah,
the Rams.
offense.
Or the Rams. The Rams put up 27 points on that defense.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. All they have to Jigba the running back. Who? Cooper Kupp, who's over the hill.
Cooper Kupp's their 3rd wide receiver.
The Rams he's their 2nd wide receiver.
Cody White's also another receiver on their squad. Yep. I just know because he grew up down the street, went to high school.
I'll tell you right now.
So
I love Jackson Smith-Jigba. He is legit.
Man.
We've got a 1,000-yard receiver who's a Hall of Famer, Stephon Diggs. We've got 2 burners. We've got Boutte. We've got 2 tight ends and 2 running backs. I'll take my offense with Josh McDaniels against that guy any day of the week. Any day of the week. If you're going to give him 2 weeks, they're going to go play in California, where it's going to be sunny and 75 and not swirling winds and snow.
Might be 60.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's still good.
Yeah.
Still good weather, though.
No. So anyway, look, this is all about...
It's a little cooler, a little more nipplier up there.
They think that... And look, Sam Darnold played a great game. I'm not saying he didn't.
He hasn't done his Lofi yet.
But the second...
He got it out of the system.
I think so. He's got already got it out in the regular season.
No, he hasn't. You know why? He hasn't played a real secondary yet. He hasn't. He hasn't seen one in 3-4 weeks. The Rams secondary sucks. They can't cover man. They can't play zone. They got no pressure. He had all day to throw. He is not going to have that.
A lot. Yeah.
He is not going to have that against the Patriots. He is not going to be able to sit back there, wave to mom, spin the laces, sign a few autographs. Oh, look, there's Jigba wide open in the corner after all of that. By the way, you know how bad the Rams secondary is? How open was Jigba against?
Oh my God!
He was so open on every one of his catches. The closest guy sometimes was the official.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me!
Yeah,
it was like
they just moved right down the field.
Pigeon catch.
I was watching the breakdown of the plays, and it was good play calling too.
Yeah,
because they were talking about how they were getting certain looks from the defense early, and they would run one play, and then when they get that same look, they would show the same type of personnel on offense, but the routes would go in different directions and totally fuck up the defense.
I don't care what the
play is.
Pretty nice. I don't care what the play is. If you're a good defensive coordinator and you know who that guy is, and you should because you saw him twice already, you have one man covering him, and then the second he goes somewhere else, you have a second guy covering. I don't care what play they call. That kid had 10 catches for $153. And that was the 3rd time you saw him? Are you fucking kidding me? The guy should be fired on the spot.
The only person they were throwing to for a while.
I can promise you this. He is not going to have 11 catches for $153 against the Patriots. Vrabel is not going to allow it. They're going to double team him everywhere he goes. He will not breathe. And you should have heard Ty Law. You've heard of Ty Law, the greatest cornerback this side of Deontay, also a Michigan guy.
Yeah, he's a Michigan guy.
I love that. He did pick off. He did pick off Peyton Manning 3 times in the AFC title game. I digress. Anyway, and he also picked off Kurt Warner in the Super Bowl for a touchdown. I digress. Ty Law, stud. Point is this: he was saying today, I've already talked to Gonzalez. He's like, that's your man. That's your fucking son. And Gonzalez is big enough and fast enough to deal with him. If Vrabel wants to go that route, I personally would double team him, and I'd put him one-on-one on Cooper Kupp and take them both out. Because then I want to see what Mr. Donald does. Because, by the way, no one has even tried.
Who's their tight end? What's his name? It's not Fant, right?
I don't know. We've got a number of linebackers.
They have a couple of them.
Yeah, they have a couple of them. There were some guys making catches. I was like, I have no idea who that is. Yeah,
but hey, if that's how they beat us, I'll take it. But I'm not letting that kid go for $150 and no.
Yeah.
And again, not one offense. And again, when they were healthy, Josh Allen in Buffalo couldn't do anything either. He looked ridiculous. He looked terrible. In fact, they got him to throw a pick in the red zone. I can't wait to see Vrabel with 2 weeks to look at this offense because he's going to take away what they do well. The Pats have their run game intact. Spillane actually came back. Spillane got hurt in the first half of the Denver game. He's our best run-stopping linebacker.
And that third back, 36 on Seattle,
Charbonnet's gone.
Not quite where Charbonnet is.
He's not him.
No.
He's not him.
Halani.
Yeah, Kenny could do it himself, but like you saw in the second half, there was a lot less of him.
Halani made a good play though on one of those short.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
But yeah, you're right. He's not Charbonnet.
He's not Charbonnet.
Yeah. You got so much more, like, whatever you want to do. You want to run it up the gut? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? You want to play bully ball?
I don't know. I mean, it should be a good Super Bowl.
This should be a great Super Bowl. I think, Mark's, was it? No, it was Jeff Saturday said, look, I don't understand this 4.5 point spread. This is a coin flip. They're that even. And I agree with them. They're that even. Seattle's a heck of a team, but they're that even. People say, I've heard at least half a dozen people say
they're getting the money in, though. That's why they set the number.
Yeah, but these are idiots who don't bet. They're just they're gonna blow.
Yeah.
They're gonna blow.
Vegas sets a number so they get enough money on one side.
I understand.
Then they bring the number back to the middle so that they get money on the other side.
I'm not talking about the 4.5 point spread. I'm talking about the fucking donkeys out there that because Seattle lit up a shitty Rams defense because they don't know how bad the Rams defense is.
4.5 is a shit line.
They think they're gonna light up the Pats defense. The Pats defense has given up. I don't give a shit who they're playing against. And 2 of them was bad weather. They had to deal with it too. They've given up 26 points in 3 playoff games. The last team to do that was the 2000 Baltimore Ravens.
Yahtzee.
No. Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
He was supposed to say, oh dear. So this is not going to be a cakewalk.
Can I give my best offseason move?
Let's do it.
We were going to talk about
picking the game.
No. We're going to have plenty of time.
It's about these two teams.
Yeah.
Both these teams made a major move in the offseason.
Okay.
And I have my opinion on it, but I want to hear y'all's opinion on it. Which was the better move?
Okay.
So
it's pretty obvious Seattle's, right?
What?
Seattle's pretty obvious, or no?
Well, they're both obvious.
Okay.
The Patriots fired a coach after 1 year.
That took balls, by the way.
That took balls. And signed Vrabel.
Who never should have been
fired.
How is Titans feeling right now?
And Seattle traded Geno Smith off a pretty good year.
Very good year.
And then signed Sam Darnold to a major extension. What would you say was the better move? They're both obviously great moves.
I think it would depend on who wins the Super Bowl.
But just do it right now.
Look, okay, I'm going to tell you right now. It's fucking Vrabel all day, and here's why. When we were sitting here picking all of our, I think he was yelling at me about the Lions. I thought they were only going to win 12 games. He's like, no, you're better than that, And then he picked the Patriots to go completely undefeated. Not kidding. But remember, but we were just, and I was thinking to myself,
you got to tell Peter comes out of that I picked projected 14.
And I was like,
he doesn't believe
it wasn't that. It wasn't that. I'm totally exaggerating, but it was high, and I was like, damn, man, they were just 4-13. They got a new coach.
Seattle was
and then I was like, all right, they're gonna. I can't remember. It was 13 games or whatever you said. And I'm thinking to myself, that would be like the biggest turnaround in NFL history. And then you guys lost week 1 of the Raiders. I was like, yeah, there's no way they're fucking doing that shit.
They gave that game.
And then they're fucking in the Super Bowl. That shit doesn't fucking happen.
Yeah.
Now, mind you can blaze on them for because the Dolphins had the same schedule. It was like, oh my God, that's it? They're playing New Orleans?
How many 4-13 teams have had a shit dog schedule?
They're the first one. Right. Yeah.
They go 5-12.
Right.
Exactly. Oh, they won 6 this year.
He'd be the first rookie head coach ever to win it, right? There's so much shit on the line.
First guy to win as a coach
and win as a coach,
as
right.
a player.
On the same team.
On the same team.
If he were to do that.
There's a lot of shit here.
Okay, so you say Vrabel. What do you say?
I say it's Darnold because the quarterback is harder to find, believe it or not. Seattle took a big gamble. They were a playoff
but
team.
Remember, they didn't pay him.
No, I know, but hold on, hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
For
Geno,
sure.
you both said it. Geno Smith was coming off a good year.
Yeah.
They made the playoffs. I think they won a game. And there was no reason to move on from Geno Smith, really, because he didn't play badly.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was a big risk.
Yes.
Are you picking it up?
So I love Vrabel, and I think he should win Coach of the Year. I'm not saying
100%.
you're wrong,
That's
but
easy.
to me, this has to play out.
Right.
Because then I'll know whoever is holding that trophy, what the best.
It wasn't for a lot of money. Like when I say a lot, it was like 3 years, maybe $100 million. And I remember thinking to myself,
you're right. 3 years, 100.
It wasn't 100. So I was thinking to myself,
guaranteed.
it's pretty good. But I was thinking, man,
He's not old.
But
Darnold.
But he also hadn't really done anything.
But let's keep it real.
14-3 in Minnesota.
Hey,
year, though. But he played for shit teams. Remember before that?
You just took us to 14-3. The Vikings couldn't give him.
Yeah, that was
100 for 3. That was my point. So when I saw that he signed for that, I was like, shit. The whole J.J. McCarthy thing is about them being right because they took him like 6 overall.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's
at least franchise
for a year. Yeah, they could have.
Well, since he got hurt,
you
had they couldn't franchise. You can only franchise a guy that you drafted.
I understand why you can't do that.
It's designed.
Oh, right.
They couldn't franchise it,
Yeah.
but why not give Sam Darnold a 3-year deal?
Yeah.
Let JJ McCarthy learn.
Exactly. You do the
Because
whole
he
Brett
just
Favre,
was
Aaron
hurt.
He never
Rodgers
played a
thing.
snap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is his rookie year anyway.
The thing about
Right.
Darnold is he's a 5-year vet.
Right.
He started
Right.
games in the NFL.
Right.
before.
Now,
Like this kid
here's
has.
why I agree with RJ on which one was
Darnold?
better.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
now Vrabel did something more impressive. There's no argument.
I'd say
I
that's
agree.
There's no argument,
Yes.
and that's kind of
But-
what you're
yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
In terms of which one, like, it was a no-brainer for the
Vrabel was a
Patriots to do
no-brainer.
that. They knew they were going to fucking do that.
If they didn't do it, crap would have got
Exactly.
killed. They did
So,
after
whereas when you have a team that, like he was saying,
Playoff
you went to the playoffs.
Yeah.
The quarterback you hit on, he was cheap too.
Yeah.
And he played pretty good.
Yeah, he wasn't
But they
killing
knew they noticed something.
Yeah.
They knew maybe it was fool's.
I didn't think Geno blew my socks off last
He
year either,
didn't.
right? Yeah.
He had 2 good years in a row.
Right.
2 good years.
And
I thought that was just more of a follow and Carroll thing. You know what I mean? Because
No, he played well. I mean, he had
But they
31
traded.
touchdowns and 13 picks.
No, I
He was
know.
They
good.
traded Geno to
No, I know.
for Darnold, which
Yeah.
that is super ballsy when you went to the playoffs. But
sending him to Chip Kelly and Pete Carroll, and neither of them are there. That's
Well, they had no.
I think
They have
this
no
guy-
offensive
this guy
line.
McDonald-
That's fair. That's fair.
The Raiders don't have much.
this guy McDonald is a good coach.
He's an excellent coach.
He is.
And
Harbaugh.
I
He
would
is.
say that's
He's a
why
Michigan dude.
He's Harbaugh. That there. That's why. That's the other thing. That's why the Pats have the coach.
Harbaugh was good.
No,
But
no,
not just the
but
one. You got
Vrabel,
both.
I'm just saying the Patriots have the coaching.
He's played. He's worked for both. He worked
If
for
you're asking me-
John in Baltimore.
If you're asking me
Before he
who the
went to
better,
Michigan.
if you're asking me who the better coach is in this game, it's no question Mike Vrabel.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's been to an AFC championship with Ryan fucking Tannehill, and in his first year he takes to your point, the Super Bowl.
He knows how
They
to
went.
guys-
They went into Denver. They went into Denver in
Yeah.
a driving snowstorm. He outcoaches Sean Payton.
I like that.
I'm like, it's kind of, I'm not saying this kid can't coach. He can. But here's the problem with McVay. McVay is an offensive genius. But all year long, the defense and the special teams killed them. And why did they lose? The secondary and the special teams killed them.
Yep.
It killed them. And yeah, and by the way, go look at the game that Matthew had. Matthew played pretty well.
Matthew
Matthew
lights out.
Matthew was awesome in this
He had
game,
like 400
and
yards passing.
it didn't matter because McVay doesn't. This is why he only has one Super Bowl.
defense.
Because his defense. Remember, he had Aaron Donald when that Super Bowl.
Yep.
He doesn't have Aaron Donald anymore. He has to actually coach that defense and get that defense. That secondary is a joke. It's a joke.
I don't know who their defensive coordinator is.
I don't know, but it's not. They don't have any personnel. They couldn't even play man zone. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't do cover 2. Again, Jigba was open down the field. Almost like they took half the secondary off the field.
Shit sticks.
He was so open.
Had a great
and you can
season,
talk
too.
about Tom. You can talk about play calling all you want.
Yeah.
You know where that fucking kid is everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
There's no way that kid is running that open that many times. I don't care what the kid called. Because honestly, if you're a good coach, you go, hey, you fuck everything else. He's yours. He goes take a piss. You're in the next stall.
Right, but if you're playing zone, you can't do that, right?
Where the Rams screwed up, I can tell you right now what the Pats are going to do with this kid. They're going to mix it up. One play, they're going to double team him. Okay, a man on him and a man over the top waiting. Then one play, they're going to go man zone. They're going to have Gonzalez on him one-on-one. He will never be allowed to run free in that secondary. It won't happen.
Yeah.
It will not happen. He'll get some catches, but everything's going to be up front and close. It's not going to be deep.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. They're not going to allow it. And if this defensive coordinator knew anything, he would have had a man on him at the line of scrimmage, bumping him and screwing up his timing, and then a guy waiting over the top. And then you take your chances with Cup and the other guys. But you can't let that kid get $150. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's the third time you saw him? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. So, again, that's not going to happen. Doesn't mean Seattle still can't win. The running back is excellent. They got a good tight end. Cooper Kupp is a stud. I know he's bad. Probably can still play. They can still win this game.
got a touchdown.
But I'm telling you right now, this is a coin flip game.
Well, he had that major catch across the middle. That was actually a good throw by Darnold.
Yeah.
Where he stretched over his head.
Yep.
I saw Rams fans were bitching about that.
Yeah.
Saying he didn't make it. I was like,
I think he did.
I think he did. If he did, he missed about like a millimeter. Like,
Yeah. I'm surprised that,
They were like,
even that last catch that Stafford threw to Puka, and he was off. That could have gone either way. That could have gone either way.
But after the replay,
It was pretty obvious he was in.
He was in.
For sure. It was a good call.
He was in. It was the right call.
But
No,
damn,
they got that one.
it, I would have liked to see it.
I wanted to see one more.
Absolutely.
I kind of did. I was
Absolutely,
like, you know, one more.
Yeah.
Come on, one more. But, no, it didn't happen. Look, it was a great game. I'm just saying that people have this thing because everybody believes that Bradford's or Donald Kryptek was the Rams. Because he lost him in the playoffs last year. He loafed early in the year against them. Okay, the Rams aren't his kryptonite.
Well, they seem to be.
No, the team that he saw ghosts against, the one he's playing, that's his kryptonite.
Oh, well, that was when he was with the Jets. I mean, come on.
I can tell you this. I can tell you this.
We have Adam Gase.
I can tell you this. You gave me an example, and even flushed Sean Payton. If they can rattle Sean Payton, they can rattle this kid. You're not going to see. We'll see how good of a pre-snap read. Because whatever the Pats are showing at pre-snap, it's not going to be the coverage
He's
they play.
Sparty was a Dolphin, too.
By the way, all right, so you thought, all right, that was your big move. All right, so you have a big move thing?
No, he just had the big move. That was his thing.
Okay.
But I mean,
I see why you said that.
Yeah. He's doing like, this is freaking amazing.
Yeah, but it wasn't about which one did better. It was like the move itself.
The move that really
guts. I think the quarterback took
and that's
more
why
guts.
I thought it was
the Patriots college after the first year. I mean, that also is like
that takes guts.
That does.
You have to
but you had the ace in the hole.
Especially when you're bringing in Vrabel. They weren't firing him and bringing some
right for sure.
No, they brought in a guy that was proven that
who was a Patriot too.
It was like it was the Peyton Tebow move where Tebow wins you a playoff game and Peyton Manning's available. Oh, sorry, Tim.
Yeah.
Remember what John Elway said?
And they won a Super Bowl.
He said, "Hey, you know what? Tim Tebow's the type of guy who would want to marry my daughter." But he didn't say he was the guy who wanted as quarterback.
No, Peyton Manning's
and he's like, but Peyton Manning's available. Like, come on, are you fucking kidding me?
No, anyone would have made that.
Everybody would have made that.
Look,
move. I feel like that's kind of the Vrabel Mayo move. I mean, that's
but I love Tim Tebow, and he beat the Steelers in a playoff game.
Demarius.
Demarius, that deep in cut, that
won me so much money on a bet I had with a friend.
I mean, I don't think Tim Tebow got a fair shake in the NFL. I'll be honest.
He was kind of like Sam Darnold.
Yeah, he did.
Well, you keep in mind, all the teams he played for were straight trash.
They were, except for Denver.
Yeah, well, Denver wasn't that great, though.
But they made the playoffs.
They did make the playoffs.
They were trash. But every other team he played for was trash.
Tim Tebow was like running back central.
He's an RPO guy.
He's an RPO guy. There are quarterbacks like him now, Lamar.
That's something cool that we agree on.
But they don't have the body for it.
But I'll say this, man. Like, sometimes when you got a guy like Tebow, or any of these guys that are like super good. I mean, Tebow was in the Heisman conversation like 3 years.
He won it.
He won
back-to-back national titles.
Right?
Then he won. College, he was faster than the linebackers.
Yeah, I mean, he was ridiculous, right?
He was still fast.
But I always find it hard to believe that, like, I mean, I understand you got to get drafted to the right team, the right organization.
That's a lot of it. Look at Sam Darnold's a perfect example of it.
Exactly, man. But I just find it hard to believe some of these guys that are that athletic and that dude had desire.
I do know this. He was dyslexic. So he had a hard time
with the plays.
That's why they should have kept it RPOs, keep it simple, because he had a hard time. The Patriots actually brought him in.
But when I see guys that talented, you're like, man, they can't last in the NFL.
He couldn't read it.
Tim Tebow?
It's tough.
Tim Tebow was a Patriot.
He was a Patriot.
He was also a Met.
I know.
He was.
I don't know how many
minor league men.
Dude, that's a jersey you should get. That would be kind of cool.
Like fucking Tim Tebow.
Oh, you like it? Because you got, I mean, you guys are, it would be similar because it's Gator colors. Same colors.
It is Gator, yeah. Somewhat.
Well, Pete Alonso was a Gator.
There you go. See, there you get Pete Alonso.
See, the Knicks have righted this shit. They're going to be fine. Anyway, we're going to talk about this.
5.
That's better than being down 5.
They probably had 20 turnovers in this.
How much time was left?
4 minutes.
In the game? There you go.
They had 8 turnovers in the second quarter. It's the most ugly basketball that I've fucking watched.
Well, hey, what's their phrase? What's their
dog shit basketball?
Dog shit basketball.
Dog shit basketball.
Nick, yep, dog
New
shit
York
basketball.
Knicks. Dog shit
Dog shit basketball. Brought to you by the New York Forward by Tom.
New York Knicks. Dog shit basketball. You want to see dog shit basketball? Come to Madison Square Garden.
Anyway, we're going to talk about this game a lot in the next 2 weeks, but we will pick it a week from Friday. But this is just a first look. We'll have a lot more to talk about, break it down. When we come back, segment 2, a lot of hirings over the past 40 hours, 44 in the NFL. We are going to go over all of them and rate them. Segment 2 coming right up. Lady T.
Imagine if Jalen Brunson played defense and boxed out.
That
might be a complete